Welcome back to the garden. I wanted to take a peek around at lunchtime, just show you what's going on. It's now fall here in Portland, right outside of Portland. Check it out. Got persimmons. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at that. This is Nikita's gift again. And this year it looks like it held on to pretty much everything, which is awesome. I'm looking forward to turning these into hoshigaki, which is a Japanese technique to dry the persimmons out. And it's really easy. You just basically take the persimmon and you peel the skin off and you hang it in a place that's warm and dry. It doesn't need a dehydrator, but you can use that. And you basically just let it sit for, well, hang for about a month, and you kind of massage them every couple days after the first, I guess, week. And they turn into, I mean, you can look it up online, they turn into a very interesting delicacy, and they keep really well. So I still have some from last year, just a few left. That's really cool. So it requires basically no energy, no electricity. Keeps really well, and you can store your harvest. Yeah. So anyway, that's what's going on with that. It looks like I did not pull up all the potatoes that I had in here, because there's one. So it looks like I must have missed a bunch. So the potatoes are coming back, and I think I'm going to try something new this next year. Well, in addition to what I was talking about before, where I'm going to focus on things that can either avoid the drought or tolerate the drought rather than things that need a lot of watering, I think what I'm going to do next year is cut the grass and fold it onto, or rake it up onto the beds here, because the beds, well, they do okay. They're entirely wood chips, and I'm noticing that it is favoring perennials. Well, perennials and potatoes. Potatoes don't seem to mind this for some reason. There's a few more. There's another one. But you'll see in the middle of these beds, kind of like right here, here's an oak tree. Some more potatoes. There's a nice, pretty persimmon. Look at that. Very pretty. Aren't these cool? Gorgeous colors, and a compact tree. And they make beautiful fruit. Yeah, so taking the grass in the middle of these strips, we've been calling these the backslashes, 1, 2, and then the third one over there. Either using the scythe, I might use that if I let the grass grow long enough, or just the mower and just blow it onto the backslashes. And the purpose of that is to kind of concentrate the nitrogen into the backslashes, and also to kind of favor more bacterial decomposition versus fungal decomposition. And the reason for that is I'm learning that annual plants, and Jeff Lawton talks about this a lot, annual plants prefer bacterial decomposing compost versus fungal decomposition, which is what the trees prefer. And the trees are doing fine. I mean, you can see them, they're doing good. The gardens, however, have always kind of struggled. And I thought, it's just because maybe it's the organic matter in the soil is just not very good. I'll dump some wood chips on there, which I got for free, and it'll bring the organic matter up and it'll be fine. Well, I did that for, I guess, 5 years now, and I have brought the organic matter up quite a bit, but the annuals still struggle a lot. So, time to try something new. Here's Saijo, persimmon I talked about earlier, which I wasn't sure if I was going to get a harvest on. It's looking good. It's looking good. Check it out. Got a couple here. This one, this one. So there's two. There's a couple more that are hidden up here in the canopy. Yeah, it's easier to see them over here. There's 1, 2, 3. And these two, still green. So they've got a ways to go. This is a pretty tree. Looks nice. Bright orange. And then let's see, what else do we have? Coming over here, we've got, this is early Giro, another persimmon. They look pretty good. They're not quite done yet. I mean, some of them are done, some of them aren't. The problem I've had with this tree is it's leaning really bad. So I put a stake in there just to keep it upright. I don't want it to fall over. I think a gopher got under it. That seems to be the common theme here. Like, I'll plant the tree, it'll start going straight up, and then a gopher will dig under it and falls over. So I think what I'm going to try and do is maybe prune it a little bit over here after all the fruit is off of it and it kind of bounces back. Prune a little bit to encourage it to go more upright, and then I want to prune back this willow tree again, which is growing over top of it, and I think that is causing it to lean towards the sun as well. So there's that, and then the other kind of interesting update is dogs are after squirrels. Let's see, the green tea tree, not the tree, it's the green tea plant. It's begun flowering. Man, these smell really nice. Cool looking little bush. We could make tea out of these couple leaves, but this thing's way too small for any of that yet. Wow, the dogs are really after the squirrels today. Here's our evergreen blueberry, which is also kind of like dropping its leaves at the moment. It'll come back. And then this is my yuzu citrus. I was just looking at this earlier. I think it's working on buds, but I'm not sure. It's thinking about it. It looks fine though. I know some people have asked about this, and yeah, so far it looks good. We'll see how it gets through the winter, but I think it should be fine. And then we've also got over here a loquat, which I managed to limp through the summer again, and now it's finally putting out some new growth. I saw someone online said that these things, no matter how much you water them over the summer, just kind of go dormant and then they start growing in the winter. Could be true, I don't know. Anyway, that's going good. Yeah, I'd say things are going good in the food forest. Trees are happy, going to sleep for the winter, getting the last little bit of fruit out, and then that'll be it. Pack it up for the year and then start thinking about plans for next year. Alright, thanks for hanging out with me.